Welcome to everyone's favorite Metro State sports show, and as you can see, we finally got the band back together.
That's right, we brought Eric off the bench, called into lefty, and I want to thank him for that. But now it's time for the Roadrunner review. So glad to see you all here on the Roadrunner Review. I'm Peter Aragon and he's Kevin Hall. We have so much to catch you up on in the world of Metro State sports. But first we have Paula Ruelas to bring you all the Roadrunner news. Paula?
Thanks guys. I'm really excited to see the highlights of our basketball teams as they head down the home stretch of the regular season. And speaking of basketball, men's superstar Jonathan Morris is once again getting it done in the classroom. The Boulder native was named Capital One Academic All-America. Morris was named to the second team and became just the second Roadrunner ever to earn Academic All-American twice. Jesse Wagstaff was the first and accomplished this feat back in 2008 and 2009. Morris sports quite the impressive grade point average as well, majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry, rating in at 3.45. Great job, Morris. Now from the hard court to the clay court, our tennis teams are in full swing. The Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference picked both our men's and women's team to finish third overall in the preseason coaches poll. The men are led by preseason All-RMAC senior Gabriel Vlahos. The Brazil native had his way with fall competition, finishing with the stellar 5-1 record. The women are led by senior Alicia Holm, who will play out of the #1 spot this season, and she enters the spring with a 3-6 record. Check out GoMetroState.com to keep up with the tennis teams this season. Back to you guys for some exciting men's basketball highlights.
Thanks, Paula. Well, it looks like Jonathan Morris can do anything on and off the court.
I know I have trouble keeping that type of GPA when it's just a classroom for me.
Well, we just want to say good job to him and good luck to our tennis team as well. But we now get things started here on the Roadrunner Review with the #1 team in all of the nation in the men's basketball team. After 2 convincing wins over Shadron State and Black Hill State on the road, Coach Clark and the gang made their way back to Denver for some home cooking against their bitter rival. Metro kicked off the month against conference rival Carl School of Mines. The Ore Diggers looking for a little revenge after the Roadrunners put a hurting on them back in Golden a few months ago. Trevor Wages decided to exact some revenge in his own way.
Roadrunners agree with that. Trapped in the corner, great pass to Wages. Wages slams it down and breaks the glass.
Wages destroys the backboard, causing the game to be postponed till Sunday, and that's where we pick it up 2 days later. And as you can see, a brand new glass that shines like a brand new penny. But it is the other backboard that gets tested as Brandon Jefferson finds Mitch McCarron for the alley-oop on the first play to restart the game. McCarron then comes up with the steal, finishes with the layup, and the Runners take a 14-point lead into the half. Mines battles back to within 4. Luke Meisch led all scorers with 21 points, but Nicholas K takes it right at Trevor Wages on back-to-back plays to push the lead right back to double digits, and Metro State blows out the School of Mines 74-58.
What are some of the things you told your team heading into this game?
Concentrating on getting W. You know, you tend to overthink it. The situation is what the situation was. You got to come out and just play the game. You know, this game was going to be about energy. I compared it to a sprint versus a marathon because we only had 6 minutes and 44 seconds in the first half. So you had to get off to a fast start and you had to finish fast.
In 1,000 points in your career, there's many Roadrunners that have played on this court, and the score, 16. You're one of the 16 all-time to score 1,000 points. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I'm just blessed to be in that category with all those great players that come through here. I had great teammates throughout my 3 years here, or 2.5. I just want to say thank you to Coach Clark, Coach Ball, Coach Wall, Slick, Joey, for everything they've done for me, and just keep striving on.
Metro took on Colorado Christian between Part 1 and Part 2 of the Mines game. The Cougars were on fire from downtown, hitting 8 3-pointers in the first half. CCU with a 2-point lead halfway to go in the first frame, but Jefferson cashes in on the wide-open 3-pointer at the halftime buzzer, and Runners up by 8 at the break. Second half was all Metro State. Jefferson robs Michael Brown and lays in 2 of his game-high 23 points. And McCarron also in transition flushes it home. This sweet jam, and the home team wallops CCU 92-75.
Coach Clark and the boys took their perfect 21-0 record on the road against in-town rival Regis University. The story of the game was the big man from Boulder, Jonathan Morris, who went all Monstars in the game. He became the program's all-time leading rebounder, passing Shun Tillman with 916 boards. Morris also brought the offense, scoring a game-high 24 points on 10 of 12 shooting. Regis's Dylan King gets the friendly home roll. He led all Rangers with 20 points. Kevin Marshall connects on the floater just as the halftime buzzer expires, and Regis is down just 1 to the #1 team in the nation. But that's as close as they would get. McCarron comes up with one of the team's 9 steals and finishes on the other end. The sophomore scores 12 points, adding 7 assists and 7 rebounds. Jamal McClurkin to the rack. He's fouled, and Metro gives up just 24 points in the second half to beat the Rangers by 21 points. The team is rolling through the RMAC schedule, carrying an 18-0 record, but had a tough road trip ahead of them, taking on the number 17 ranked team in the nation, Fort Lewis, and always formidable Adams State.
Metro State handed both of these teams losses earlier in the season, but they were very tight games. The MSBN crew packed up the car and headed south to catch all the exciting RMAC action. First up was the ranked Skyhawks in Durango, and the raucous crowd was in full effect to see if their team can upset the top-ranked Roadrunners. Jefferson pulls up for the jumper. He led his team with 15 points. Marcus Ayala finds Alex Herrera all alone in the paint, and he two-hands it for 2 of his 9 points and the 7-point lead. Jefferson comes right back and finds McCarron for the mid-air slam. Metro enters the midway point with a 4-point advantage. Then Ayala goes off in the second half. The senior guard goes around the slower Morse for the easy deuce. Then again goes right side, and he finishes the game with 25 points, and the Skyhawks upset #1 Metro State, sending the Roadrunners to their first loss of the season. The Runners hit a season-low 35% from the field and 12% from long range.
For the first time this year, Coach Clark's team having to battle with some adversity and look to rebound against Adams State the following night. Hayes setting the tone early. He throws it down over the Grizzlies defense. Adams on the inbound. Trev Abraham finds Rodrigo Silva for the easy slam. Second half, Morris drive, bucket, and 1. The senior piled in 20 points and 10 rebounds, and Metro would get back in the win column with a 69-56 win. Well, it was tough to watch Metro's perfect season end, but I bet Coach Clark and his boys would trade in a loss for a championship once that final chapter has been written.
No doubt about it. Sometimes a loss rejuvenates a team to spark a new run, and no better time than the conference and NCAA tournaments that start next month. So make sure you tune into the show, as we'll bring you the postseason for both our Roadrunner teams.
Well, I can't wait. But still to come on the show, our women's team is firing on all cylinders as of late as they look to climb that ladder in the RMAC standings. We're coming right back here on the Roadrunner Review.
Some students come to Metropolitan State University of Denver to find their future. Others look to sharpen their current skills. In the case of David Thibodeau, it was both. Our faculty helped fuel his entrepreneurial spirit while encouraging him to pursue his personal passions. These two talents came together in Ska Brewing Company, which he co-founded in 1998 in Durango and is considered one of the top up-and-coming Colorado companies.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose.
I chose Division II.
The Roadrunner Review is brought to you by its proud sponsors, Panorama Orthopedics and Spine Center. From sports injuries to spine injuries to total joints for arthritis, they are in your neighborhood caring for your injuries. Located at 3 convenient locations, Golden, Littleton, and Thornton.
Welcome back. We now turn our focus over to the women's basketball team, who had to figure things out as the regular season has gone along. Coach Javi led her team to a 6-2 record during the month of February and looks to keep things on track as they head toward the RMAC tournament.
After back-to-back wins over Chadron State and Black Hills State to start off the month, the Roadrunners had revenge on their minds, taking on the Colorado School of Mines at home at the Auraria Event Center.
Kristen Valenti is starting in her 112th game for Metro State, and that places her #1 all-time in the program's history. That's big props to the senior, who chipped in 16 points and grabbed 8 rebounds versus the School of Mines. Angie Charchalis always gives Metro fits with her offensive abilities. She led the Ore Diggers with 12 points. The first half was a defensive battle as the scoreboard showed just 24-24 at the midway point, but you can hold down Metro's offense for only so long. Janessa Burke with the steal. She makes a sweet feed to Cassie Lambrecht, who doesn't miss from there. The Roadrunners racked up 37 second half points to improve their win streak to 4 games.
For the third time this season, Metro State and Colorado Christian went toe-to-toe. This meeting took place in downtown Denver, and the Roadrunners looking to sweep the Cougars, having won both previous meetings. While creating her own shot is impressive, I'm about seeing some fresh dimes. Emily Wood sneaks this pass into the paint to Ty Jensen, who puts in the easy layup. Now check out this possession. All 5 Roadrunners touch the basketball as the ball never touches the ground, playing their own version of the floor is made of lava. Burke is the beneficiary on this great passing. This next pass comes from long range as she channels her inner quarterback, finding the streaking Wood for 2 more. Second half, Lambrecht, Kristen, Wood, Burke, and finally Brandy for more easy points in the paint. The Runners tally 13 assists to defeat CCU by a final of 54-45.
Could Metro make it 6 straight wins? The Runners took on the Rangers at Regis Fieldhouse. Katie Vader gets behind the defense to score 2 easy points. She led Regis with 13. The senior Emily Wood drops a 3-ball from the wing, then the guard getting big in the paint for the layup. The Louisville native poured in 16 points and added 4 assists. Lambrecht has plenty of room on this triple. She knocked down 3 of them toward her 15 points. Amy Nelson wrestles down the offensive board, puts it in, and is fouled. Metro pulls away late for the 64-49 win to improve to 15-3 in conference play. 6 straight wins for head coach Tanya Javi and her group, but things look to get a little more serious as they venture to Durango and Alamosa for tough challenges against Fort Lewis and Adams State.
No such thing as easy games on the road, especially when playoff seeding is at stake, as it was against the Skyhawks on their home floor. This is the second meeting of the season, Metro handing the Skyhawks a 3-point loss back in downtown Denver. Nelson with the jumper, she scores 8 points in the first frame alone. Christy Groh going at it with Nelson inside, she gets the bank to go in. Hawks with a 4-point lead at the break. Into the second half, Alex Easterbrook with 2 of her 12 points. The Runners had a tough time finding the bottom of the net, hitting on just 15% from the field after halftime. They go on to lose 64-48, shooting a season low 23% for the game.
So Metro looking to avoid losing back-to-back games for the first time since late November. Adams State came in with just 6 RMAC wins on the season, but the Grizzlies came out fighting. Keandra White slashing to the rim for the early lead. Emily Wood has some slashing of her own. The bucket falls and the senior is fouled. Wood tallied 13 points in the contest. Adams forward Kelly Hernandez gave Metro problems all game in the paint. She piles in 13 points and pulls down 11 boards. Second half, White splashes in the long ball and they take an 8-point lead. White led all players with 18. Waning minutes, Runners connect on back-to-back 3-pointers to pull within 2 with under 2 minutes to go. But ASU was clutch from the charity stripe, and the Grizzlies hang on for the 59-53 victory, sending Metro back to Denver with consecutive losses.
Well, if you look at it statistically, we just couldn't shoot. We didn't shoot the ball well. I don't know what we shot tonight. I haven't seen the stats, but we didn't shoot the ball well last night. We didn't shoot the ball well tonight. So I think it's where we've got to get some confidence shooting the ball. I think if we started not getting shots or not hitting shots, it started putting more. We get more uptight. But I think in a nutshell, it would be couldn't hit shots, and then that puts a lot of pressure on your half-court defense in the same vein. So.
Not the best way for the women's team to be playing as we head into the final weekend before the start of the RMAC tournament, but we have all faith in the world that Coach Javi will have this bunch ready to roll for the postseason.
But that final weekend features tough battles with CSU Pueblo and UC Colorado Springs. Both teams right there with Metro for a high seed in the conference tourney. But still to come on the show, batter up! The softball and baseball teams get their seasons underway and both provide the crowds with some amazing heroics you don't want to miss coming up next on the Roadrunner Review.
Everything that makes your world hum is right here with Dex. Need it? Dex it.
Are you a college student that needs a place to live? Are you still living with your parents and want your own space? The Regency Student Housing is perfect for you. The community offers many amenities such as a fitness center, 2 basketball courts, big screen amphitheater, all-you-can-eat dining hall, bowling alley, arcade, free parking, and a shuttle to and from the Auraria campus. For more information, please call 303-477-1950 or visit our website at regencystudenthousing.com.
The Roadrunner Review would like to thank its sponsors, Jason's Deli. Real food is fresh, higher quality, more flavorful, less processed, and naturally better tasting. Get real food at any Jason's Deli location. And the Boulder Broker Inn, a proud partner and preferred hotel for Metro State Athletics.
Thanks for coming back. We hit that diamond for the start of the baseball season as second-year head coach Jared Otis has a slew of freshmen returning to this year's team to take the next step in the RMAC.
So much talent in all facets of this 2013 team, but let's see if they can turn that talent into wins as they took on Fort Hays State at home.
There's almost no better day than opening day in the world of baseball. The Roadrunners taking on the Tigers at Auraria Field to start a 3-game set. Fort Hays shortstop Sam Thorne singles home a couple of runs in the 8th, and Fort Hays is up 8-3. Metro would rally. Mitch Gibbons sends a roller to the outfield. Home team down 8-7 heading into the 9th. Roadrunners pitching couldn't keep it close. Jay Sanders outside the reach of the shortstop Eric Kamala, and the Tigers are now up 11-7. Bottom of the 9th, Alex Strupp is clutch, driving in the tying run. Here comes Sean Reeves looking to score the game-winning run, but he gets run down in a pickle, so we're heading into extra innings. Fort Hays would take a 12-11 lead in the top of the 10th. Jeff Levitt at the plate with a man on, and he crushes this pitch over the left field wall, and Levitt is a hero coming through with a walk-off home run to give his team the exciting 13-12 win.
Yeah, I see some live bullets and all that. How was that?
Awesome. It was awesome. You know, I mean, the inner squads can only go so far, you know, facing the team, same arms and whatnot. So it was good to get out on the field and, you know, compete with another team and see where we're at.
Let's talk about that first game, wild first game. I mean, you guys get up early, Schrupp hits a home run, and then they get up on you a little bit. I mean, just back and forth. Just talk about the wild game in that first game.
You know, it was a wild game, but I think we really stuck together on it. We kind of kept battling through it, even though we kind of threw the ball around, but, you know, that was bound to happen. It's the beginning of the year, but, you know, we never gave up, so that was the awesome part of it.
After falling in Game 2 10-4, runners look to take 2 out of 3 against the Tigers. Second inning, Shane Wade singles to left field, driving home a run. It's 3-1 road team. Metro scores 3 in the second to get within 1, 4-3, but pitching again a problem for Metro as the Tigers scored 6 more runs to take the 10-6 victory, earning the series win.
Quick turnaround for Coach Otis' squad hosting Nebraska Kearney just 3 days later. Sophomore pitcher Mike Thill brought his sharp stuff to the mound, striking out 6 lopers in 6 innings of play. The offense just as sharp. Strupp provided 4 RBIs on 2 hits, and how about a little defense? Kamal makes an incredible play at short. Runners cruise to 11-4 win to pull their record to an even 500.
On to Game 2 of the series versus Kearney. Check out this defense. Kamal boots the bounce but stays with it. Goes through his legs to get the force at second. That was just dirty. This man has some abilities at that shortstop position. I just can't get enough defense. Strupp goes full extension in left field to rob Kearney of a hit and a run, and that would prove to be important later. Third inning, Chandler Clute doubles in 2 runs to lead his team to a 4-1 lead. The Roadrunners come flying back, bottom of the final inning, 1 out. Gibbons sends the dribbler to short. Dylan Schrader boots it, gets the out at second, but Gibbons too fast to get at first. A run scores, and we are tied at 4. Same inning, bases loaded, 0-2 count for Schrupp, and he goes opposite field, bringing in Levitt in, and another walk-off win for Metro State.
I just tried to keep my bearings. Like, I wasn't getting all the calls I wanted, and I was getting a little bit frustrated, but I just tried to keep my mind straight and just keep battling. I knew I had the team behind me, so I wasn't too worried about anything. So it was just a good game for all of us.
I was glad they did. Yeah. I wanted the opportunity, and they gave it to me. So I just tried to get the ball in play, got behind early, but found a hole.
So, I mean, on the day, I think you had total 6 RBIs on the day. How big was it? Did it look like a softball out there for you today?
At times it did. But, I mean, it's a credit to the teammates, too, getting on base, moving around. Mitch had a big stolen base in the first game. Give me the opportunity, but I was just looking to put the ball in play, and good things happen.
What were some of the things you told them after Fort Hays here going into this one?
Oh, we just wanted to get consistent on the defensive side, on the pitching side. The quick turnaround actually was really good for us, just to get back out here and play. This game's made to be played, so it's good when we can just get back out here onto the field.
Well, that's an exciting start to the baseball season, and I wonder if it's too early to call them cardiac kids.
This team definitely has some fight in them to stay in ball games, no matter the score. Still up ahead on the show, Top place has some amazing stuff that'll make you rise out of your seat. But up next, home runs and Metro State softball go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly, like bread and butter. And of course, like Peter and I, we're coming right back on the Roadrunner Review.
I'm Jonathan Morris, power forward from the Metro State basketball team.
8:05 mark.
Oh! J-Mo! Coleman, you better bring that in right or don't bring it in at all.
And you're watching the Metro State Broadcast Network.
I'm Kristen Valencia, senior forward for the Metro State women's basketball team.
So Kristen Valencia out hustles 2 Loper defenders, and that one's good.
And you're watching the Metro State Broadcast Network. Get rowdy.
Welcome back. Softball head coach Christy Lansford began her second year at the helm of the Roadrunners, and the conference liked what she brings to this year's table as the RMAC has them picked to finish 4th overall. With stars in Kelsey Tillery and Aubrey Mall, it's no wonder why the RMAC loves this team, and they look to prove it on their home field in the Metro State Regis University Tournament. The Roadrunners kicked off the tournament with conference foe Adams State at Auraria Field. Preseason all-conference pitcher Aubrey Mall took the mound for Metro and struck out 5 Grizzlies in 6 innings of work and just gave up 1 earned run. We've talked a lot about Kelsey Tillery and her home run swing, but what about Chelsea Brew, who rocked 2 home runs out of the park, driving in 4 runs to get the offense going. The sophomore crushed 10 home runs last season and will be an offensive spark this year. Another sophomore in Mary Towers gets into the long ball act, going opposite field for her first stinger on the new year. Runners roll 13-5 to start this season in winning fashion. After a 10-0 beatdown from Colorado Mines in Game 2 of the tournament, Metro took on Regis. Rangers strike first, Mall on the mound, 2 outs, slow roll to Brew, looks like an easy out, but Brew can't handle it cleanly. It's 1-0 road team. Roadrunners respond in the second, Towner goes down the third baseline, scoring Brew from second. We're tied at 1 apiece. Next inning, Regis' Rachel Ilya smacks this pitch to the right center field gap. She has the triple but wants more. The rally comes in from Sandell, to Oury, to Tillery. They get her at the plate. Great defense by Metro State. Mall is great on the mound. She's also great at the plate. She brings home Oury to put her team up 3-1. Final inning, tying run at the plate. Malgashan Massine to pop out to Tillery, and the home team squeaks out the 3-2 win.
Just to talk about your weekend, you get 2 wins this weekend. Just talk about on the pitching side how things worked for you.
My pitches were moving really well, and I had great defense behind me, and the offense was really well too, so that helped a lot.
Things getting out of hand versus UC Colorado Springs in the tournament finale. The Mountain Lions take a 5-0 lead through 4 innings, but with home run power at your disposal, no lead is saved. First, Mall goes right field on this 2-run job. Then junior transfer Stephanie Dunham goes to the same place Mall did for her first round chipper on the season. And the next batter, Amanda Tanny, with a conventional right-handed swing, and Metro fights all the way back to tie the game at 5. Final inning, Allie Corrids with a fly out to center. Sandell makes a great sliding catch. Runner comes home, the throw not in time, and UCCS takes the victory 6-5, and Metro now 2-2 on the season.
The fight in your team, you got to love to see that here early in the season.
I do. It's real easy when you're in that situation to lay down and die, and they did a really good job. It just, came a little bit up short, but it's great to see it. She just has had a great 2 days. She really has. She's done great defensively, and she came up with a couple big hits, so I'm just really proud of her, and I'm impressed, and I hope she just keeps it up.
So did you feel excited? I mean, your first collegiate home run?
Yes,
that must have been pretty exciting, right?
Absolutely, felt good.
So, what do you take from this weekend? I mean, you guys will go 2 for 2 or 2 for 4, and what are some of the things you liked? What are some of the things you think you need to improve on?
Well, we definitely came back in that last game, so that's pretty good. So we're not easy to give up on, but we just got to cut down on the errors and get our bats coming and streak hits together, really, just right timing of the hits, and I think we'll be good this year. The Roadrunners then ventured to Las Vegas, Nevada for the Desert Stinger Tournament and came away with 3 wins in 5 games for a successful road trip. The team did lose Aubrey Maw for the season during that trip, but with Brittany Maw still around and the home run ball still prominent in downtown Denver, it should be fun to watch this team. Definitely. Well, top plays and some indoor track and field coming up next, so stay close.
Metro State Roadrunners, one of the most successful Division II programs in the nation. 6 national championships. 65 conference championships in the RMAC. 248 All-Americans. The season is almost here, and admission is free for all students. Great prizes will be handed out at select games, so make sure you're in the crowd. You can also follow the Roadrunners through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and GoMetroState.com. Get in the game and get rowdy.
Coming up to the finish line here on the Roadrunner Review, our indoor track and field team has been quite impressive this year under head coach John Subsick.
That's right, and they took all their momentum into the RMAC Championships that took place in Spearfish, South Dakota.
We'll start off with senior sprinter Darius Reed, who has yet to be beaten by any collegiate runner this season, no matter Division II or Division I. And they are off, and he easily beats out 2 Adams State runners, and he finishes in a time of 7.89 seconds. Reed earns gold and will compete in the national meet next month.
Brianna Hemming also brought home some hardware, finishing 3rd in the women's mile. She crossed the line in a time of 5 minutes and 3 seconds and earned a provisional time for the national meet. She'll have to wait and see if her time stands up.
And finally, the women's 4x400 relay team capped off an exciting race as a team of Hemming, Bella Kipper, Jessica Tyler, and Janelle Links combined to place 3rd to earn their bronze medals. Great job by Coach Subsick and the rest of the Roadrunners. Great showing by our Roadrunners at the RMAC Championship. Now it's time for top plays brought to you by Miller Coors. Play number 5, and it's Trevor Wage's dunk that destroys the backboard, but puts Metro State Broadcast Network on the ESPN. But to start the game back up 2 days later, Jefferson finds McCarron on the alley-oop to spark the offense, and the Roadrunners go on and win the war in a blowout fashion, 74-58.
Sensational Schrupp features play number 4. First, Alex Schrupp goes full extension to rob the Lobers of a hit and run. It's tied at 4 apiece, bases loaded, and Schrupp finds a hole through the right side, bringing in the game-winning run. The senior had 6 RBIs in the doubleheader that were both won by the home team.
Darius Reed going for the gold in the RMAC Championship in Spearfish, South Dakota. The senior beats out 2 Grizzlies to earn the top spot in the 60-meter hurdles and has already qualified for the national meet in a few weeks.
Back to the diamond in play number 2. Opening day for the baseball team against Sport Hayes. Metro rallied from a 10-3 deficit to force this game into extra innings. Down by 1 heading into the bottom of the 10th inning, and Jeff Levitt is clutch, smashing a 2-run home run for the thrilling 13-12 win. Not a bad way to start off the season.
While walk-ups are amazing, a great defensive effort takes our top spot. Shortstop Eric Kamal boots the initial attempt on the grounder, but recovers and goes through the legs for the out. That deserves another look. Kamal has nowhere to go but through his legs and takes advantage of the runner who doesn't slide. Those were your top plays from the month of February, and always they are brought to you by Miller Coors. Miller Coors wants everyone to remember to drink responsibly.
Such an exciting time to be a Roadrunner fan. You got basketball playoffs starting up, baseball and softball seasons are right here. Can't wait.
Yep, it's the busiest time of the year for us, but I love it.
And remember to check out GoMetroState.com for everything you need to know about Metro State sports.
And make sure you check us out next month for more high-flying Metro State action. For the Roadrunner Review, he's Kevin Hall, she's Paula Ruelas, and I'm Peter Aragon. We'll see you next time.